Hey everyone, it's time for another one of my really jank miniature unboxings, and you'll have to excuse the weird noises in the background, but Porthos has literally, the second I decided to press record, decided now is the time to start coughing. So yeah, sorry about that, but you know, totes per fresh here, right? Anyway, so this is part of a Kickstarter that I backed some years ago. Honestly don't remember how long ago, and it's only a part of it because it's being shipped out in waves, for want of a better description. So get the box open. I've already taken the packing paper out. Ta-da! Tis the Series 4 Pinups of Death from Kingdom Death. Now, I'm gonna do some photo editing magic in a second, and we'll have the film off of this and can start looking at what's inside. So, be right back. So here it is. First things first, the box is bloody lovely. It's really nice feel. Lovely, you can just sort of see, vaguely glossy text. The picture's nice and matte though. It's got Porthos, so noisy mate. Got Kingdom Death on the side and all the details on the back. This is the chunkiest of the Pinups of Death box sets, as far as I'm aware. In fact, it's so chunky I can't get my hands around it to lift the top off. So, some more photo editing magic, I guess. Hang on. Okay, so the lid's off. Now, all of these pinups, as far as I'm aware, had limited run resin kits, but these are the plastic kits. On screws as well. So yeah, there's quite a fair bit in there. You might be able to see there's some clear plastic bits as well. I'm very excited about the miniatures that they're for. I think they're pretty cool. So that was Porthos smashing into the radiator as he sat down then. He has all of the grace of a newborn giraffe. Let's see if we can... You'd think with the nails I've got that I'd be able to lift these things off easier, but no, it's actually harder. There we go. So that's just a little bit of protective card. Nice though, isn't it? And then we've got a Ziploc bag with, looks like it's probably art cards, and then some tokens for the game. So let's see if we can get that open with one hand. I cheated, I used my mouth. Just casually check it all out. There we go. It's a good little zippy bag that. Okay, so the art cards are all in a bit of like plastic wrap, so we'll deal with them in a second. Let's have a look at the tokens. Just one thing of quite thick tokens, double-sided. So we've got an act, an encourage, a surge, a dash, an endure, and a dodge. And the other side is the same but in colour. Very pretty. That's the lady from the box. Ta-da. Right. This is the part of the recording where you get to watch me act like a wild animal with a nut, I think. Actually, I think this is like properly sealed. Hang on a sec, folks. It was indeed fully sealed, so I've removed the plastic wrap now, and we'll go through the art cards. This is nice. So this is Apotheosis, I believe is her name. I quite like this one because a lot of more recent Kingdom Death pinups, in fact all of the more recent Kingdom Death miniatures, the art card doesn't have a full body view of the miniature. It has like a waist up, even on the larger art cards, which is a real shame because it's lovely art. In fact, the next one that I've got on my lap, most of them are like that in my experience these days. They used to all be like that, but now they're like this, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's just, you know, I really like the old style art cards because they're very nice to display. There's another one. Excuse you, Porthos. Oh, I'm just going to put the rest on my knee because it's actually easier to separate them that way. More of a surprise for you folks. This one's Upside Down Survivor, I think, is her name. Hence why she's, you know, upside down. The way they've done that miniature is actually quite interesting, so that'll be a fun one to build, I think. And then we've got the Nightmare Ram, I think. Nightmare Ram? Screaming Ram. There's a lot of different rams in Kingdom Death. But that's one of the pinups for one of the rams. Oh, and this next one is a particular favourite of mine, and you might see why shortly. There we go. Kingdom Death have started doing male pinups. And I personally think that's fucking fabulous. There needs to be more male pinups out there, you know? I mean, I know there are actual male pinups. But you don't see a lot of this side of it, of miniatures, you know? So it's nice that they've gone, yeah, guys can do the sexy pose thing too. So he's going to be a fun one. I mean, unfortunately, as with most of these miniatures, I won't be able to paint him on stream because Twitch has some very strict rules about nudity in art. This one's quite cool. So this is one of the ones that has a bit of clear plastic involved in it. And it's like a swamp maiden. I can't remember the exact thing she's supposed to be, but I think it'll be fun to paint purely because of the amount of moss and like fungus and stuff. And the interesting things that I can do with colours and different basing techniques and things like that when it comes around to making her. Oh, this next one's an absolute cutie. This is the Ramet. She is so fucking adorable. She's really cute. I like her. And then there's this one. Can't remember what this one is. Possibly related to the Honeycomb Weaver. I think it's called a Honeycomb Weaver. There are so many things in Kingdom Death now. It's hard to keep track. But yeah, she's cool. Another one related, if I'm not mistaken. You know what, with the massive honey pot. Some of them are very definitely more on the lewd side, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You can do some really interesting things with those minis. This one's pretty cool. It's interesting. I think she's supposed to be one of the white speakers, because the white speakers tend to have their faces covered, or at least their eyes, but I can't remember. We'll have a look when we get to the sprues. And then the one that I'm most excited about, I really want to paint this one. This is Percival, however you want to say it. But her original mini is really fucking nice, and I missed out on it. But this one is actually a really nice pin-up version. Though she looks a little bit dour in the art card. I think when I paint her up, I'll probably try and give her a bit more of a neutral expression, because she doesn't look like she's having any fun there. She doesn't look happy. And, you know, I personally prefer it when my pinups are having a good time. She is also, in case you hadn't realised, the lady from the box. Okay, so I'm going to crack open the zippy bag with the sprues in now. Pray for me, there's loads of them. There we go. Teeth are nature's scissors. Okay, so first up we've got the Titan Bee. So that was the one that was laying on top of the thing, if I'm not mistaken. That one. I think that's Titan Bee. Looking at this bit. As always, miniatures are very, very detailed. You probably can't see it on my camera because my camera's a bit naff, but that's got a lot of detail to it. And there's a face there. What we got next? Eek. They're all stuck together. Creases. Okay. We're going to have some more editing magic. So up next is Percival. As you can see, this has got a couple of clear bits. So she's actually laying on a table, like a glass-topped table, in the full art. You can't really see it in that piece, which is a shame. Yeah, she's also the biggest mini in, I mean, look at her butt. She's huge. Not specifically her butt is huge, obviously. The rest of her is in proportion. But, yeah. She is a giant woman in comparison to the rest. She is a 38 mil, I think. I've got the bases here. $50, sorry. There you go. She's 50 mil mini. Is Percival. Then we've got this one is the Frog Dog armor. This is the Swamp Lass. She is the Frog Dog. Makes sense. Not quite a frog, not quite a dog. He's a frog dog. Yeah, you can tell how long it's been since I backed this thing, because I barely remember what any of this shit is now. Again, it's very pretty. I really like the base as well. It's a lot of detail to have on the base insert. I'm down with that. Then we've got, it looks like we've got 2 on this one. I might be wrong. Let's have a look, see. This one's very fancy. This is the male Nightmare Ram. All of it, I think. Oh, no. Okay, so this bit up here is the male Nightmare Ram, so the male pinup. It's a very shapely bottom. And then this bit down here is Apotheosis, who is one of the ones I want to paint. Which is why I can remember her name. Then we've got the Ramet in this corner here. We've got the Nightmare Ram armor here. And the Black Knight armor down at the bottom there. I wonder which one that is. Let's have a look, see. Oh, Black Knight must be that one. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, and then we're on to the last sprue. So funny shaped sprue, this one. On here we've got the Faceless Survivor. She's not a white speaker. She's a Faceless Survivor. And we've got the upside down survivor. There she is, look, in all her hanging glory. And over here we've got the Pinup honeycomb weaver, which is the bumblebee looking lady. Yeah, so that's all of them. I think I'd like to draw special attention to the upside down survivor, because what they've done with her is she goes onto the base upside down, and she looks like she's hanging upside down, which is pretty neat. And she's for they've basically got an expansion pack that is like well, it's upside down, and you have to hang from the ceiling from hooks and things like that to travel around. It's a really interesting idea. Quite looking forward to that one. Not that I've had much opportunity to play Kingdom Death for the last year or so. You know, what with the plague. I want to quickly go back to the Percival one as well, because I think... Oh, shit, I missed the pond scum armour on the bottom here. Yeah. This is the Swampy Lady. Sorry. Because she's sitting in swamp water. That's why she's got the clear bit for the base. Yeah, the focus on this is awful. Can't make it better either. I'm sorry, folks. Yeah, she's a lovely detailed miniature, she is. And going back to Percival for a second, look at her hair. Like, I know she's a bigger mini. Look at the size of her sword. But still, she's got a lovely amount of detail. And it looks like the pieces are relatively friendly. On all of the minis, actually. I mean, we've got a couple that are a bit iffy. That's pretty small. That one there. Don't even know what that's supposed to be. Looks like a bug. Might be a bug. Putting them together will be fun. The instructions should be online somewhere. The fans generally compile instructions for them, which is nice. Yeah, so that's the Kingdom Death Pinups of Death Volume 4. I would say you'll see them on stream at some point, but I don't want to get myself banned from Twitch, so you might see them on my Twitter later. Yeah, with that said and done, I'm going to have a coffee. Bye, everybody.